Going on to you Libras. So you Libras have the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Strength, Ace of Pentacles, the Tower. You Libras have the Page of Swords, the Six of Cups, ooh, Two of Cups, and the World. Oh, all right. So so for you Libras, the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. A lot of same thing with Scorpios is what I'm saying to you, but in a different way. A lot of you Libras are not going to be shelling out too much money. You were doing that before. People were trying to take advantage of you by trying to always go out on these dates because you wanted to do everything official. And that's good, but there's other ways of doing things that are official too. Where the two of you can still have fun. If the idea, my dear Libra, is to get to know you, why is it that these people got to tax you for that? And what I mean when I say tax you, I mean they got to charge you something. You got to spend some form of money to hang out with them. That's a dub. That's a dub. Because in your city, in your state, I'm sure that there's many different things that the two of you can do. And even if there isn't, come up with something. And if the idea is for them to really get to know you, here's how it is that you know people are real or not. If the idea is for them to get to know you, then because dysfunctional people are impatient most of the times. So a lot of the times when you set up something low budget, but it's good, right? It's not low budget in the sense of dysfunctional, but it's low budget in the sense of you don't have to spend so much cash to get to know the person. What most people do, what most gold diggers do on either side do, is that they're gonna get impatient. They're gonna start talking to you a certain kind of way. But here's the catch-22, right? Here's how you know that a lot of people are faking it. If the idea is to get to know you Libras, then why is it that they tripping out about the money in the first place? So a lot of you Libras are going to stop shelling out so much money because the Queen of Wands, you realize that a lot of that stuff was for nothing. You take these people out and then they have all this attitude with you, or that they don't give you a call afterwards. And even if they do, they act like, the two of you got to spend some cash in order for the relationship, in order for the two of you to actually continue to get to know each other. They're always taxing you, right? Right? In New York, that's what it is that we call it. It's called tax. They're taxing you for this, right? The Strength and the Ace of Pentacles now represents how, and that's where it is a lot of you Libras drew the line, because you realize you're not doing this anymore. A lot of you Libras are actually putting your foot down and showing that a lot of you are not punks, because a lot of you Libras are starting to see the hypocrisy in the whole thing. Why is it that you got to spend money in order for someone to hang out with you? Why is it that the two of you, and this is exactly what it is I'm talking about. These same questions that you Libras are asking is what it is I'm saying, because the Strength in the Ace of Pentacles is now about how you don't want to shell out cash. That's not, and the Ace, look at it. You don't want to shell out cash. You don't want to have to spend in order to get to know somebody. That's something that is reserved for people who are patient, who are going to get to know you, who actually want to get to know you, and who isn't interested in trying to get to the bag and putting themselves out there like this and having to tax people, right? Charge people to hang out with them when the two of you are spending each other's time. But one person wants to be compensated and you need to buy me something because my time is so much more important. Putting themselves out there. Because there's a way to charge without being a professional, if you know what I mean. So a lot of you Libras are like, let's see who's still willing to get to know me. And a Tower, a lot of you Libras are realizing, right? Because you Libras wasn't on this just now. This really speaks to you Libras' journey up to this point, is what I'm understanding about this reading. You've really been doing that for past couple of readings, for past couple of weeks. but this is just your journey. This is just your report card, right? The progress that you've been making so far. The Tower represents how a lot of you Libras realize that now that a lot of you Libras are not shelling out all this cash, and you're able to now start to see people for who and what they are, because the Tower, right? People will go, you realize that when you were going out on these dates, people were willing to at least give you a first date. But now a lot of you Libras ain't kicking it anymore now, right? And trying to shell out all this cash. You realize now that a lot of people ain't trying to go out on dates. They ain't trying to hang out. And even if the two of you do go out on a date, right, they're giving you problems halfway through, or maybe even first up. They're giving you problems throughout the date. They're trying to sabotage the date. They're trying to bicker and argue. They're trying to get you into an argument. They're trying to lower you Libra's level down. And I'm trying to tell y'all something. See, now y'all are starting to understand. It's not about this nonsense about you are what it is that you attract, which I debunked. What it's about is most people are in the game. Most people are spiritually compromised. They're bankrupt, and they're trying to essentially be exploitative. We've covered this. I've proven this. They're trying to be exploitative and get all of this stuff out of the person, out of somebody else, without having to be that quality person themselves, essentially for shallow reasons, so that they can feel good about themselves, right? So the Page of Swords now and the Six of Cups represents, you realize, right, the Tower, after you realize that all of this sabotage that people are doing for themselves, all of this pushback that they're giving you, Page of Swords and the Six of Cups. The Page of Swords is a lot of you Libras realize now that you were doing it all wrong before, and that what is it that you Libras was thinking before, because you were going out on all these dates and spending your coins, spending your pentacles and all this other type of stuff, right? Spending your cashews, you know, when you should really be saving up to get a bag of chips, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, you know, nah means enough. And then the Six of Cups is about, and you realize that once you stop doing that, all of those dysfunctional individuals that tried to play you out, some of those people are coming back. But here's the problem though, my dear Libras, which it really isn't a problem for you. It's really good stuff. They were already impatient. They already showed you their hand. They already showed you, because those people would have lost their temper, and then now they're coming back after some time, a couple of days, maybe even a week, maybe even a month, or how long, now trying to come back, get you on the phone. Hey, what's up? You want to go hang out? Text you want to go hang out? Stuff like this. Really? But you already know what it is that they in for. They just trying to do damage control. The Two of Cups in the world represents, you Libras understand that, because this is what it is that they want. They're pay for play. They're pay for play. But you Libras should be here with it. You're thinking, a lot of you Libras are here with it. You're thinking on a worldly perspective. These people out here, a lot of these people out here are in the game. They want to be paid to do what? To do what? Putting their selves out there. But you better not call them what they are, though. And you Libras ain't really worried about this. You Libras your mind is on a whole global level, while these people are trying to globally get paid to play. Let's clarify the world. That's a dub. What? You have to clarify the world, we have the Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, the Hermit, and then you have the Nine of Wands. Right. Come on now, right. Queen of Wands, Page of Wands. You don't want to be a part of that. You Libras don't want to be a part of that, because you Libras see it for what it is. The more you become decent, when you turned off the money, that's when everybody started acting like they didn't have common sense. The Hermit and the Nine of Wands represents, you realize that it's not about having to spend the money, because people are coming in, the Hermit, the Nine of Wands, they're coming in with ulterior motives.